Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mga pagkain namin, niya kami sa Mesa Arapano at nangyabisita tanong abun sa Osaka University. Kung taga-barata nung kaganta nung sa oras, sa kamagirahan sa ginawanin, iwalot siya mga pilo ang mga ibagit sa tanong sa kanin sa makapantag kanong kangbulag at amanan ng bangsa muro siya sa Mindanao. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very glad having our visitor right now. She's from Osaka University, Associate Professor, Dr. Isi Masako. Madam, can you please tell about yourself?
Assalamualaikum. I am Masako Ishi of Osaka University. I first came to the Philippines in 1994, and from 1995 to 1996, I stayed in General Santos City, Mindanao, for 1 year. At that time, I interviewed many Muslim women who experienced the armed conflict in 1970s and 80s. Ever since then, I have been very much concerned about the war situation. So I'm very glad to be invited here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam. And you said you are very interested in the war situations or Mindanao situation in general. So we prepared some questions. If it is okay for you, we will be starting the question.
Yes.
Okay. How do you describe, since you said you have been here for so long, how do you describe the situation in Mindanao, especially the evacuees in the conflict-affected areas?
I am very glad to know that the number of evacuees has been decreased since 2008 August. I visited one evacuation center in Datubia in February 2009. Even though it had passed almost 6 months since August 2008, the situation of the evacuees has been very difficult. And I learned that some people have experienced displacement more than 5 times. How could ordinary people uplift their life if they have to evacuate so many times? And most of them are not compensated at all. I think that the safety and the livelihood of the ordinary people should be taken into consideration first.
Okay. Okay, Madam. That's a very nice experience. You really saw some experience, difficulties happening to people in the ground. But you know, for a long time, you know, Japanese government, especially the Japan program, was part of upliftment, was part of helping the communities. For your own opinion, what is the impact of the Japan project in the conflict-affected areas?
I have visited some barangays in the Tantukan municipality, Compostela Valleys, to observe the BDA Jaybird project of water supply system. The barangays were mixed communities of all Muslims, Christians, and Lumans. The people told me that the relationship among the people got closer because of this project. And they also told me that because of this project, their perception on the moral struggle, let's say that of the MILF, has changed. Before, they thought that MILF is the one who brought violence to them. But now, they think that MILF can also help them. I think this is one example of the great impact of the Jaybird BDA project. Yes. However, at the same time, I observed some limitations as well. First, the coverage of the Jaybird is limited to the overall needs of the conflict-affected areas. Second, Jaybird should be more strategically utilized so as to unite various stakeholders in southern Philippines. Third, it has to be examined whether it is not causing the problem of the dependency among the people.
Thank you. The next question is very straight question about Bangsamoro.
Yes.
In your own opinion, is the Bangsamoro people has the capacity to run their own government?
Yes. Yes. I do think they have a capacity to run their own government, and I hope that the Bangsamoro people can learn the lessons from so-called developed countries. For example, let's look at Japan.
Yes.
Many people are now suffering from the radiation contaminations because of the nuclear plant accident caused by tsunami. Then, if you look at that failure, now you can think about what should be the best energy policies for the new Bangsamoro entities. I think you are you have an advantage to learn the lessons of the developed countries, so that you can come up with a better design of your governance.
Thank you very much for that continuously believing that we can run our own government. Madam, if you ask for a comment, what is your comment, very quick comment about Bangsamoro?
Bangsamoro?
Yes.
Quick comment about Bangsamoro. Now I learned that the definition of the Bangsamoro is not a Moro Muslim people, but includes all the people in Mindanao, Sulu, Palawan. Yes.
How about the ARMN?
ARAN.
About Muslim Mindanao.
Various peoples has different opinions about the ARAN. Of course, the MILF and MNLF, they want to have new political entities beyond the ARAN. So there are many different opinions about ARAN.
Since you mentioned MILF, how about, what is your comment about MILF?
MILF.
Yeah.
MILF, this time I interviewed many people, and then many people believe that it is the only one organization which has a capacity to negotiate with the government.
How about other forces?
Other forces. In my opinion, my wish is that the various Muslim organizations, not only Muslim organizations, but various stakeholders in Mindanao can unite together to address the Moro questions. I hope that MILF and MNLF also can unite once again. I know that MNLF had also struggled a lot in the 1970s and 80s, and their efforts should be also counted in.
Very nice comment. With all those things, what do you think is the prime problem confronting the Bangsamoro?
I think that the prime problem is the history of how the land of southern Philippines had come to be owned by the few politicians and capitalists to the detriment of the minority and indigenous people. The political economy of the Philippines, which has brought to this injustice, has to be questioned. The problem is not the settlers versus indigenous people, not the Christians versus Moro.
Okay, but if you're going to put that into a solution, what would be the solution to this problem?
I think you know the situation better than me, but the causes of the problem here is very complex. And one of the deepest cause is related to the political economy of the Philippine state. And this cannot be corrected at once in the short term, but eventually this political economy of the Philippines should be corrected so as to lessen the injustice to the people.
So, how do you assess the peace process between the GPH and the MIL?
I think that they come up with the idea of BJE. And how to decide which MGUs join the new political entity is a very difficult question. However, now that both the MILF and the Philippine government had learned the lessons from the failure of Moaedi, I hope that there will be a solution soon.
Then, are you optimistic about the peace process?
I wholeheartedly pray that the peace process will succeed, but I cannot always be optimistic. As everyone knows, to implement the peace agreement is more difficult than just to sign it. to what extent that the MILF and the government can come up with the implementable, realistic, comprehensive compact is the key to success.
Yeah, I agree, because there are a lot of beautiful agreements in the world.
Yes.
In terms of implementation, that would be the very challenging part. Okay. So, in your own opinion, how important is the role of the local non-government organizations in the peace process?
I think their role is very important, because the peace process cannot be completed without matching the peace from the above and peace from the below. Peace from the above is the negotiation between the Bangsamoro organizations and the Philippine government. However, peace from the above is the framework. What is more important is to build up a concrete base of peace amongst the people, and this is the role of the local NGOs, and which is the role is very crucial.
Yeah, I agree. And for the last question, if the government or if the Japan government is to further its support to the peace process, what would be the deterrent in continuing it?
As you know, the road of peace process is not smooth.
Yeah.
Long-term commitment by the Japanese government and other donors are very important. Since Jaybird is producing a positive impact, I think such a small-scale project, rather than building a large infrastructures to assist the peace from the below, should be continued. Also, it is my idea that the Japanese support should be strategically provided so as to unite the various stakeholders in southern Philippines.
And your last message for our viewers, for the Bangsamoro people who will be watching this video, any parting message?
Ever since 1994, I met lots of people who have been suffering from this armed conflict. My honest, my message from my heart is that the armed conflict should not inflict the ordinary people anymore. So in this way, I hope that the peace process will succeed soon.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.